And oh man, you guys having a good day? I am. I got crushed on puts. I think I lost like $3,000. Realized like 700. But that's not, it's like, why are you excited? I want to make sure you're watching the videos. What's happening right now in the stock market? What's happening on the world? We just got off the stream. I always say that. Excuse me. Make sure you guys check it out. That was like 6 hours. There were so many things that happened, but we even streamed Donald Trump, what happened yesterday. He went up, had his speech. I've been saying this a lot. This is just a crazy time. So what I'm going to go over here, I want to talk about something that is really, I don't want to give a date on it, but I'm explaining the date based on what's going to happen here in context with history and what led me to come up with this initial idea. So I would like to share this with you. If you guys even go see, well, first two, if you guys are new, stock market news, stock market videos like this, we're talking about a lot of stuff. So if you do not want to watch the videos and actually pay attention, this might not be, if you're looking for headline type news, do your thing. But subscribe, like the video if you find it helpful. But I want to talk about this, but it starts with my last video. I posted this on my Instagram. I made a video about 2 weeks ago, December 21st, saying the Black Swan the markets are missing. And why it's related to the government shutdown, and that's what's happening here. And it's crazy because the event that I said is the Black Swan that the markets are missing, it occurred. And this is insane in my opinion, just because the odds of this happening are very, very low. So the Black Swan that I was referencing, and I said it in the video, I have the link in the description too. It was the event of a United States downgrade on their debt, which would lead to the markets to drop. And now, I said this on the thing. Let me make, I'm gonna put this in the title. The market will drop 30% if this is a conditional statement. If this situation develops, I think it would lead to a 30% drop minimum in a very, very short time scale, either weeks or months, just because of how bad this is and what that would mean. Now, before I get there, the odds of this continuing is very low. They was even when it happened. They do slightly increase. I want to talk about the facts associated to it and why. And then I'm going to start here by explaining to you guys, where did I get this crazy idea? And this is what I'm talking about. This happened today. So this is today. Fitch warns the possible downgrade to USAA credit. That was today. This is from Market Watch. You can see this on Reuters. Fitch is one of the global credit agencies like S&P, Moody's, and that's something I even said it in the video. It's funny that I think Fitch is the one coming out with this, and it could have meanings because it wasn't S&P Capital or Moody's, and S&P is the one that did it last time. But now, where did I get this crazy idea to say that this could be a Black Swan event? And that we would actually see this happen. This is what you guys got to understand. And I understand it. As somebody who knows the economy and investments very well, it's not as if I'm unfamiliar with literally owning and managing millions of dollars. So to say, and the absurdity, to be able to say the United States is going to face a government default is such a low risk event that's not going to happen, or a debt default or a downgrade. And that's why I misspelled. I say default a lot, I'm meaning the downgrade, which could, the default is even crazier, but the downgrade is still, that's very, very unlikely just because the history of the United States, the assets and all that. But what people don't understand is the government shutdown changes fundamental budget, GDP, and money coming in and out. And this is where I'm saying it gets scary and big, because now we have the debt ceiling crisis coming up too, and what that means. But now I came to this idea not because I watched a YouTube video, not because I want my puts to make money or this. It's because it's happened before in history. So this was already a very unlikely event, but it occurred in 2011. Under President Obama, it was the same exact situation. Government shutdown, and then it was the issues over the debt ceiling. And the first time, you guys remember Obama's, that was when we first started hearing, you didn't hear about government shutdowns till then. Bush, I don't think was there under Bush? I'm not sure, but Clinton was the longest one. But Obama had this one. He did it over Obamacare. See, this guy did it over the wall. He did it. Donald Trump, at least, he wants something you can't take down. They already got rid of Obamacare, but it's the same thing. And I've even talked about it. There's implications where this is where you have to think. If you guys want to be on the political side, you make your own judgment. What I've said from a game theory, self-interest, this is that the government shutdown costs $5.6 billion a week to, or something more than that. It's around there. Go watch the video I had on it. Someone fact check me, please. Put it in the comment. Make this better. But essentially, how much it costs per week is about more than what Donald Trump is asking for. So the theory in line is that there has to be a self-interest greater than $5, $10, $20 billion or some political bargaining chip that could be acquired by negotiating through this on another front. So there's winners and losers. That's just politics. But essentially, though, what I'm saying is that this has happened before. It happened under Obama's administration, the government shutdown, and the same thing happened. It cost money, and then it was the worry. You know, there's two things at play. Is the money changes the actual debt to income. That is of a country too, even the United States. How much is our debt capacity? How much have we taken on? How much do we make from citizens and everything else, all that? That's one thing. And then the next part is now the ability, the leaders, and that's what they're bringing up, and that's what they did in 2010 and 11. Well, they said that the inability to come up with stuff, and it was so fucked up because that happened. It started like this. They gave the warning in April. So this is what I'm telling you. They gave the warning in April. This was in 2011. They saw things like this. You got the first ever S&P 500. That is the credit agency. They gave the warning on the United States of America's credit rating and said, warning, they're just like this. There's a possible potential downgrade or it's on a negative outlook. And in August, it got downgraded the first time in history. Again, unprecedented. Nobody would have expected it. But markets dropped, I believe, around 20 to 30% following in the next few weeks. Even in one day, it was unreal what the carnage that ensued in the markets, because that changes a lot of things. And go watch my videos on CLOs and everything. I have my other theory that the minute the government and again, this is crazy. I hope you, I'm like, no, I'm just saying potential theory. But the fact that this is now 10 times more in play than it was yesterday, this is, it's something to think about. But again, watch the videos and contingencies. But essentially, this could be getting to the scale where, I forgot what I was saying. I was giving my disclaimer on me being crazy, and I remember I was talking about the CLOs, because now this was I said this in the video. That's why I'm saying, am I that crazy when this is what I said? If this happens, then I'm going to look for this. I've said that in the videos, but essentially the risk is the credit markets, collateralized loan obligations. That is a default event. This is this is that. You ever watch The Big Short, that event of default? How he said, once the interest rates hit, that's what's happening right now. If the government gets a downgrade, it's like a pyramid chain effect. Every single asset debt underneath that needs to be reevaluated and recollateralized. So please, someone fact check me on that, double check, but I'm pretty sure that's it. And I think that's going to happen if it gets worse. But now the odds of this are very, very unlikely. That's what it all comes down to. So that's why I believe it's going to happen. So now let's look at actually what happened. So, and again, I talked about it in the video of why I think it is related to, the video I have in the description. I explained the current situation of what made me think that we were going to get a long government shutdown in this, but pretty much Fitch warns of possible downgrade to US AAA credit rating if shutdown persists. U.S. risks losing its pristine AAA credit rating later this year if the government shutdown persists and negatively impacts the country's debt ceiling, Fitch said Wednesday. Shutdown entered a 19-day stalemate between President Donald Trump and congressional Democrats over a large spending package to fund 9 government agencies continues. Lawmakers in the White House are divided over the president's demand for money for a border wall, a case he took primetime television. We saw that too, and like I said, the fact that all this is coming, one, you had the thing yesterday, and it makes sense why they would say that with the credit rating. This is showing political instability. Like, that was a crazy display, unexpected, disrespect even for the president. But now we're on day 19 of the shutdown. 21 days is the longest under Bill Clinton. So I think people are looking at the CBO, Congressional Budget Office, numbers. If people take the time to look, you could see debt levels moving higher. So this is what I'm saying here with the actual effect of the shutdown. You can see interest burden in the U.S. government moving decidedly higher over the next decade. Jeff McCormick, Fitch's global head of sovereign ratings, told CNBC Squawk Box Europe. He said analysts at Fitch want to see a fiscal adjustment to offset the borrowing burden. So they're saying you have to, if they're borrowing this money for the shutdown, everything, there's something they have to change something, otherwise it won't work. So again, At an event, this is the key now. At an event later in London, McCormick added, if this shutdown continues to March 1st and the debt ceiling becomes a problem several months later, we may need to start thinking about the policy framework, the inability to pass a budget, and whether all of that is consistent with a AAA credit, CNBC reported from the event. Again, this is the next big part. Fitch had said in a recent report that its sovereign credit view of the world's largest economy hinged on whether the ongoing shutdown was likely to devolve into a more pronounced destabilization of fiscal policymaking. Evidence of greater dysfunction in fiscal policymaking could still contribute to negative pressure on the U.S. ratings. And this is especially the case as deficits continue to increase. So that sounds all good, dandy, well, and confusing, but what does it mean? Simply, if there's more drama in politics, and these guys, if you can't tell me what Donald Trump is gonna, they're fighting like married couples. That's what the ratings agency are like. All right, guys, this is costing a lot of money. Divorces are expensive. I don't know what you guys are trying to do here, but unless y'all could make it clear who has the pants on, what's happening, that is their biggest risk that they're seeing. And that was the same exact thing stated in 2010 and 11, which I'm so worried about. But the thing he even said, if by March 1st, he even said it. This is the head now. I said this months ago. Now the head of the credit rating is saying that we need what? It becomes a problem. How come I forgot that? Oh, yes. Nope. What was it? I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yes. Even he said it. I forgot. He said that the debt ceiling, he said if the government shutdown and debt ceiling, he said it's going to be a problem. And if this doesn't look just like 2011, the warning came in April. This time it came in January. And then 4 months later it came on. They're saying, hey, it's coming here January, April, May, June, July, August. Now they're saying January, February, March. So I don't know. That's the thing that's getting me. So that's why I don't know. I could have said the market will crash in March. I'm not sure. But again, you guys have heard my theories already, and it's kind of weird how things are aligning. But the timing of all this and putting this into perspective is very, very unique, and it's happening fast. But pay attention. Again, you guys see I'm not panicking on any front. This isn't negative information. This is just information. This is news. And I'm setting up my place through it. But I think this is something to watch. If you guys haven't been interested in this shutdown stuff, I would, and really the history behind this, like what you saw on TV yesterday, you guys go see the live stream. We were going crazy in the chat, but yeah, there's so much stuff. But again, to see this and to see how it's playing out, and now other people are talking about it, my timeline is coming into that March. I think we're going to see, he's pretty much saying by March, if the government shutdown goes there. So February is going to be very decisive. And like I said in the last video, we've only gotten to see recently like government shutdowns in the sense of they would have these shutdowns, it would be good, but then in the sense that they would be short shutdowns, market would be good. Now, the market's been good, it's been shut down for a little, but now what's really going to happen? So let's see. I hope you guys like this. If you did, subscribe, drop me a comment. Let me know your opinion. How crazy? One, do you think I'm crazy? Do you think I have a tinfoil hat on? What do you think? Give me some odds. Who wants to take bets? Let's make the odds right now. So let's figure out the odds. Put it in the comments. I want to see, really. I really do. Let's talk about this. How many of you are aware of this? How many of you are aware this happened in 2011 before? How many of you are really... I don't know. This is crazy. I'm going to go. I love you. Bye.